Story 1. The bar that never closes. A few years ago, I used to work late-night shifts driving for a delivery app. One night, around 2:20 a.m., I got an order pickup from a place I had never seen before. It was called Last Call Bar. The weird part, I had been driving that area for months, and I had never seen that bar, but I followed the map anyway. The streets got quieter, darker, until I reached a narrow road with barely any streetlights. And there it was, a small old bar. Dim yellow lights, flickering sign. Last call. I parked outside. No other cars, but I could hear music inside. Low, slow, like something from an old radio. I walked in. The place looked wrong. Old furniture, dusty bottles, and a few people sitting at the bar. Not talking, not moving much, just sitting. The bartender looked at me. He didn't smile, didn't greet me, just stared. I said I was there for a pickup. He slowly turned, grabbed a bag, and handed it to me. No words. I paid and turned to leave. But before I reached the door, I heard someone behind me say, "You shouldn't come here twice." I turned around. Everyone was looking at me now. At the same time, I didn't say anything, just walked out, got in my car, and drove away. The next day, I checked the app. There was no record of that order. Nothing. I went back to that street. The bar was gone. Completely. Just an empty lot, like it had never existed. Story 2. The bartender who knew my name. I had just moved into a new city. Didn't know anyone. One night, I decided to grab a drink. I found a small bar tucked between two buildings. No name on the sign, just a red light above the door. Inside, it was quiet, too quiet, just a few people scattered around, and one bartender. I sat down. Before I could even say anything, he placed a drink in front of me. I frowned. I didn't order this. He looked at me and said my name, my full name. I froze. I asked him how he knew me. He smiled slightly and said, "We've met before." I knew for a fact we hadn't. I tried to laugh it off, but something felt off. As I sat there, I noticed something strange. Everyone in the bar would occasionally look at me at the same time, like they were waiting for something. I finished my drink quickly, got up to leave, but the bartender stopped me. He leaned in and whispered, "You won't remember this tomorrow." I left immediately. The next morning, I woke up with a receipt in my pocket from that bar, but I didn't remember going there at all, and the name on the receipt wasn't mine. Story 3. The door behind the bar. I used to work part-time at an old bar downtown. The place had been there for decades. The owner gave me one rule on my first day: never go behind the storage door. It was a small door behind the bar counter, always locked. First, I didn't care, but over time, I started noticing things. Late at night, after closing, I would hear sounds from behind that door. Scratching, whispering, sometimes soft knocking. I asked the owner once. He got serious, told me again, "Don't open it." That just made it worse. One night, I stayed late to clean. Around 3 a.m., the noises started again, but louder this time. Then, a voice, very faint, "Let me out." I froze. I knew I shouldn't, but curiosity got the best of me. I grabbed the keys, walked to the door. My hands were shaking. I unlocked it and slowly opened it. Inside, there was no storage room, just darkness, endless darkness, and something moving inside it. I slammed the door shut, locked it. The next day, I told the owner everything. He didn't look surprised. He just sighed and said, "It's open now." I quit that job the same day. A week later, I walked past the bar. It was closed, boarded up, and that door was gone.